Okay, what's up everybody? One with Wet Dreams Outdoors. So, finally got to test this thing out, get it running properly. I shouldn't say test out, we tried it several times, we failed several times. Finally got that to freaking work. So, I had to hurry up and get it tested tonight. I was kind of nervous that this ice would be melting, and I just wanted to get it found out for the weekend in case I had to order a new, bigger generator. It works. So, real quick week recap. So, if you made it this far, you followed all the series, I'm deleting part 2, the whole prop design, all that bullshit. I'm deleting the whole prop design, this damn thing, that thing, this, all that. I don't need any of that, completely pointless and irrelevant now. I wish I would have found that out before I wasted probably about $60 in tools. And, several nights I was pounding my head off a wall trying to figure out how to make it work. So basically, what I did not account for, I don't really went far in there. So what I didn't account for, and this is something I never thought of, with a trolling motor, 30 pound thrust, which is all this is meant for. 30 pound thrust should equal roughly half horsepower to 1 horsepower, roughly, is what that motor is equivalent to in a 12 volt system. Obviously, like I said before, it takes a lot more amps, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, so what I did not account for is trolling motors, they do require more amperage, so they probably have more torque, but they move at a slower velocity. So they turn around 1200 to 1400 RPM. So that means this big blade, you almost need it at those lower RPMs to put out the water. So whenever the generator couldn't turn these, this is big, it's heavy, it's got a lot of weight far from the center. So you got more weight on the outside, you got a lot of weight out here pushing, even with that trimmed down prop I did. I don't know if I recorded that, but I chopped the prop down, trying to try it, make it down like 7 inches, still couldn't turn it fast enough to get it up to speed. So I did this before I actually made that whole contraption. I tried finding a prop for an ice heater that would go onto this, but nothing went on that was spline drive. They were all push on with a 1/2 inch bolt for a retainer. I can't fit a 1/2 inch bolt in here. There's no way for me to do it. That shaft's not big enough, numerous other complications. I can't tap that shaft. I don't want to do that because it's into the motor. So you see the complications there. So after those 2 failed attempts, I went back to the drawing board and I just started digging. And I was gonna just buy a regular one off of, I can't remember, the brand begins with a K. I was gonna buy one of those and see if I could somehow make that 1/2 inch drive with that bolt system fit. No clue how I was gonna do it, but I was gonna try to figure it out. While scrolling through pages and pages and pages of different props and different style ice heater blades, I stumbled upon this one. This one caught my attention because it showed spline drive in the picture. You could see the splines, you could see the grooves in there on the inside, on the angle. So it caught my attention. Now, my concern was it's only 5 inches. I was like, how much water can that possibly put out? I'm like, I know it's gonna allow the motor to get up to speed, but can it possibly move enough water to actually make it any type of impression? So, we're gonna find out. I want to test this baby out. Holy shit, yes, it does. So, for anyone that says that size matters, in this situation here, bigger isn't better. That full 5 incher did the fucking job. I mean, it did the job. So, you're gonna see that here in a second. It works. Look at that damn thing go. Look at that. We're pushing shit every bit of 15 feet. Oh yeah, we're in business, baby. And we'll see what we're going to get things done. I got to turn that off and turn out one. Freaking works. Finally figured it out. Okay, so now that you got to check that out, you've seen how insanely impressive this little thing is. What the difference is, it's only 5 inch prop, but the velocity that the motor turns. Like I said, trolling motors are like 1400, 1500. I think I said 1200, 1400. I think it's actually 1200, 1500 RPM. This motor turns at 3400 RPM. So that little blade is spinning that much faster. It's able to put out that much more thrust, which is, personal opinion, the whole sole reason why it's able to do what you just seen. I mean, that's moving some water. So I'm super pumped. I was actually worried like this would interfere with the flow. It didn't affect it one bit. That thing had velocity like you wouldn't believe. So I'm super pumped now. So to wrap this up, I am going to give a detailed breakdown of all the different costs. I will inject them into here and I'll voice over what they are, where I found them, what they cost. The only thing I really don't have, and I'll review in person right now on camera, is what I really got in the stand. The stand, like I said, I made it several years back. But all it is, it's 1 inch square tube by, I want to say, 16th inch. I got 1 inch angle, 1 inch by 1 inch by 1/8 inch angle. So you can see I got probably, that's probably about 3 foot, 3.36, another 1 So I got roughly, we're gonna say 8 to 9 feet of 1 inch box tubing with 16th inch wall. The 1/8 inch angle, 1 inch by 1 inch by 1/8 inch angle. I got that's probably about an 18 inch leg, probably about a 24 inch leg. So you got 2, you got 4, you got basically about 7 feet. So 8 foot stick of 1 by 1 by 1/8. And then this is just a piece of 1/2 inch by, it was like 3/32, I think. Round bar, hollow round bar. And I did use 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch by 1/8 to make this bracket here. Honestly, probably way overkill. You probably don't need that. You probably could have just gone away with a piece of flat plate, went straight down, probably could have called it a day. I probably got carried away. I'm known to do that. So for these then, I got a, what was it, 4 foot stick, I want to say, 3 foot stick of, it's either 3 or 4, I don't freaking remember, of 1/2 inch solid bar. So then just 2 washers on each from the, just found laying around. I got pretty much all the metal except for this, and I want to say this metal. Actually, no, I bet you I got it all from Tractor Supply, so I probably way overpaid for it. Like, way overpaid for it. If you can't go to a fab shop or something, pick up some scraps, or anywhere other than Tractor Supply. Honestly, Lowe's was actually pretty fairly priced. So, I was just in a rush, it's convenient. Anyway, getting down the rabbit hole. So, we're gonna say high end. I'm gonna go high. I wanna say $60, $70 a metal. We'll say 70 for argument's sake. So $70 on metal for the frame and everything. And I also use some of this tube down here to make the slides for that. So then I got 2 eye hooks. $5. We're gonna say $5 there between the 2 of them. Thumb screws, they were a little expensive. They're $5 a piece. I just put a 1/4 inch nuts, welded them to it. So, again, just shop hardware bullshit. Nothing really expensive there. So we're gonna say 70, we'll go with the nuts, we're gonna say 80, $85 in the frame. So $85, then the extension cord, I did buy a 75 foot or 50 foot extension cord, hooked it on to what was there. I probably should have went longer, but I didn't. It's 14 gauge, 3 wire. I wanna say I paid $40 for that. So frame, cord, I did have to buy new connectors. There was connectors came with a motor. Obviously I messed that up. I had to go buy new ones. So frame, I said 85. Cord, I'm gonna say 40. So right there I'm at 125. With connectors, we're gonna say 135. Prop, it was 20. I think with shipping was 33. We'll verify that. 33. So now we're gonna say 100 and. What was that going to be? 160, roughly, run around up. Now the motor, I bought a used like new, basically meaning the box is open, then they, shipped it back to Amazon. There are cheaper options out there. I could have got one a little bit cheaper. V4, I believe, was cheaper, but I was in a rush. I wanted something quick, and this was the fastest one I could get. It's a Hallmark, 1 horsepower, well pump. You got one with a longer lead too. You got one with a 30-foot lead instead of like if this one had a 10-foot lead. The V4, I want to say, comes with a 33-foot lead. That would have been a lot nicer in a situation. Got a lot more length. But $114 for the pump assembly is what I paid. So 114. What it says, a 160. So I'm looking basically. We're gonna say right around $280 ish. We're gonna say somewhere in the ballpark of 280. So. If you have any type of mechanical knowledge, a little bit about wiring, and you just got a can-do personality, this is pretty much an ice heater for less than $300. It's a 115 volt ice heater for less than $300. If you look at something comparable and actually use pretty much the same dang motor, Ice Ripper, they're $800, $850, $750 on sale. That's gonna save you $400 off one of them. Kind of freaking worth it. So I'm gonna drop the cost in there. and everything like that. I'm gonna drop I'll just drop screenshots of what I paid for everything, and you know, I can post the links in the description. So check it out if you want to build one. There it is. Learn from my experiences, save money from my experiences. I mean, if you factor all the tools and everything I put into this and it broke, especially with that drive socket and everything I did there and ripped my hair out with, and a wasted metal, wasted time, I probably got $400 in, but I mean, I broke a lot of tools. But learn from it. That would save me like 4 days of work and yeah, like $80 in tools probably. Kind of hurts. Good thing some of the tools did survive, so I got some extra new tools in my toolbox, but could have done without them. Anyways, that's it. We're done. I am going to post a video later on. It'll probably be a short or something, so keep your eyes out for it. It'll just be me actually putting this inside a full-size body of water with some ice, letting it run and do its thing. So obviously didn't get to do that, but thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking through this whole series. This has been it's been a fiasco. I should have really waited to post some of the stuff till I finished it, but I didn't. Got too excited. You can see what I mean here. I mean, just a real tiny prop. This housing here does not interfere with the flow at all, as you've seen. You see these sleeves here. I did thumb screws. Sleeve here, a little thumb screw, and that's nice because I can literally just go like this. I don't have to do any of the tools I did there with the cotter pins. I can drop it down, adjust where I want. I'm relocating it. I'm traveling. I can just crank it, done, boom. Doesn't fall. None of the stuff I dealt with before. I got the eye hooks up here. That's for the rope retrieval system, which I didn't use on the crick because I was in a rush. And then, so this does weigh about, it's actually not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. It's probably about 35 pounds. I got these legs back there just to help keep it from sliding. And you can see in that video, it definitely wanted to try to slide. I am nervous when I put the legs up. It might try to kick up a little harder. It's gonna be something I'm going to try and figure out. If it does, then I'll drop a video for the whatever revisions I may do to this. So yeah, there she is. Hit that like and subscribe button. Drop some comments if you have any questions. If you want to see any other type of builds like this, you want to see me struggle with something else, let me know. Hit the like and subscribe button for future videos. Try to get some more outdoor content, get some more ice fishing in there. Hopefully you get to use this season for late season goose and or next season for duck season and waterfowl in general. So hit the like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more action. As always, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. God bless. And keep those dreams wet. Catch you next time.
Is this even safe?
Anybody lose their pet?
Thank you.